Welcome to the Black Pearl Experience. Thank you for joining me. On this episode, I'm going to quickly cover or introduce the book that inspired the Skymates readings. So this book was created by a poet slash lyricist. And I feel like I saw a recent interview with her, and I feel like she's a cool friend in my head. But the author of this book, poet, lyricist, and astrologer, is Dosevia. Excuse me if I butchered the name. Dosevia Trino. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Okay, forgive me if I didn't. It was illustrated by Nika King. Okay, so this channel is all about bringing spiritual tools, but we're looking right now more at the scientific side. But I do still feel like, again, it is all connected. Okay, and astrology plays a part, on how humans could, better understand themselves. So this book is really interesting. So I just want to do a nice introduction of it. There was a really cool interview that I watched. The author made an appearance on Kim Carson Now. I believe that's the name of the YouTube channel. So if you want to check it out, feel free. Okay. So shout out to Kim. Okay, and the author mentioned something along the lines of because I know I mentioned on this channel, and I'm sorry, my other channel, She Who Rides the Owl, the reading channel, how each sign has, their dark side and, their light side, or what do you want to say, good side. And she mentioned something of how each sign has their shadows and their light side. Their shadows and their light side. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Long day. She mentioned how the signs Gemini and Scorpio get the worst rap. Because, we do hear about those signs getting bashed a lot, right? Especially in public. But she said they get the worst rap because they own their own shadows. So unlike, other signs, they'll just say what's on their mind, or other ones will, maybe say it in a more diplomatic way. Libra. Stuff like that. So I was like, I just love the way she said that. Very well said. Okay. And I appreciate her creating this book. And so this is the ultimate guide to astrological compatibility. Okay. And I hope you take the time to go out and get this book and support this cool poet slash lyricist slash astrologer. I thought a cool, interesting fact, I'm going to turn around, about this author was that she's been into astrology since she was 10 years old. And I find that interesting. That's why I said she's like the cool friend in my head, because I myself had that same experience. I was introduced to astrology at a very young age. Okay. And then I kind of, backed away from it, but my path was a little bit different, but I backed away from it because, a lot of people didn't understand it. So they bashed it and they called it devil's work and all of that. Shut up. No. Those are people that are foolish and don't do their research, right? To understand. So astrology, I like how the author mentioned astrology goes back. I think she mentioned far back as 35 BC. So, I love it. So kudos to the author. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, I thought we had like similar things, right? So it says here she does have a Twitter page, Scorpio at Scorpio Mystique. Okay, so check her out there. I don't know the other places. I can't remember the other places that was mentioned. That you can reach her at, but you can also go there. But this is just very, very good book. And this is what kind of inspired the readings, Skymates, okay, where I'm just doing random readings with 2 different signs, okay? So when you open, it's just beautiful artwork. And she, in the interview, she mentioned the author Nika King. So I really love that, you know, and just how they connected, you know, astrologically. And she just totally got her. So I really love the, you know, the artwork is gorgeous, by the way. I just want to go over a little bit what, you know, is in the contents of the book. So she starts off in chapter 1, you know, about, so you want to know your soulmate, okay? And then she gets in chapter 2, you know, she explains, goes a little deeper and explains why does it matter. And chapter 3 covers the foundations of astrology. Chapter 4 talks about our programming. And then chapter 5 talks about seasonal synastry and composite compatibility. And then she gets into, for the rest of the chapter, she gets into she goes in the order of the signs, okay? And then she covers how each sign connects to the other signs in the zodiac. Hopefully I said that right. I don't know why I'm struggling today. This must be one of those days. Okay, so like I said, the artwork is gorgeous. The book is beautiful. I don't have any complaints or anything that, you know, that bothered me. This was very nice. I like how personal she was in the book. You know, I love how she shared her personal story. Okay, that was really cool. And it's just a great book. It gives me a different perspective, okay? Because usually we see a lot of, you know, certain nationalities excluded from tarot and astrology and stuff like that. Beautiful. I love it. I love that she's a scholar, such as myself. And I just loved it. So, you know, beautiful, well written, okay? Just wonderful book. You know, and we have a lot of books out here, you know, covering compatibility, but I feel like she gives a more modern perspective looking at the compatibility. Like for one, for the Gemini and the Aquarius, she uses talks about, I'm sorry, Gemini and Aquarius, she you know, she uses the term equimini, which Andre 3000 and Big Boy who's the Aquarius and Andre 3000 who's the Gemini, how compatible those 2 signs are, those 2 air signs are. And I love how she explains that in this book, okay? But she gives a more modern perspective on the compatibility, because a lot of books you'll read take things, relationships from the past, and I like how she uses, I mean, I would still say it's in the past, but I like how she used a more recent relationship to give our younger generation an idea of what she's talking about. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for releasing it. And I hope you guys go check it out when you get a chance. And I will continue doing the readings on She Who Rides the Owl with Skymates, okay? Sorry to kind of, I feel like I'm rushing through this, but I have a lot to do, as usual. Got a lot to do. So I hope you go check out this book, and I will catch you in the readings. Bye.